Konnichiwa, Moshi Moshi, and hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Tavern Talk. It has been a while since we've done one of these, but so much has happened, and we're so excited to get into the nitty gritty with you guys. But for those that don't know, because we have been garnering a whole lot of subs who are brand new here, welcome, by the way. But long story short, the Tavern Talk is a shorter, more intimate version of the podcast. Usually tends to be just two people, and it'll be shorter than an hour and a half or long, or like the podcast normally is. So let's get right into it. The topic of the day is we're talking about the current state of Call of Duty, the cancellation of the SM2 game, the one game that we've been hyped for, looking forward to for the past couple of years, and then just like some general gaming things that have been going on in the community. So we'll start off with the one that everybody wants to talk about as COD players ourselves. We're going to talk about the current state of Call of Duty right now, especially with the mid-season update upon us. Whew, okay. I'll start off by saying this. I love Call of Duty with everything in me. I really do. I will never, ever give up playing Call of Duty unless like my wife demands it. But luckily I don't have a wife yet, so we don't need to worry about that. It's getting to the point where even I, a COD kid, am starting to think, is it even worth playing this game anymore? There's so many like things wrong with the game that we just want to have fixed, and all they keep on doing is just throwing in either new guns or skins for guns or just character skins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this came out, this happened last week, but news dropped that Tim the Tatman and Nick Mercs are going to get their own character skins in Call of Duty. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that's cool. I'm a big fan of both of them, even though one of them hasn't played Call of Duty in months. He's an Apex player. But you would think, out of all the problems that we have with this game, like gun balancing and map changes, map balancing, taking maps out of the game, bringing maps into the game, the general complaints that we've been, having, you'd want to take care of that first, not just shove Nick Mercs and Tim the Tatman into the game, because ultimately it's just going to be a distraction and silence us for a little while. What do you think about this?
Okay, so one, the Tim the Tatman skin is pretty cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
The Nick Mercs one, I don't understand that one. I kind of do, but I really don't, because he is an Apex player now. And
he's supposed to be a Spartan. Like, that's his shtick. He has the helmet.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole problem that I have with it is you have so many more prevalent Call of Duty players, people that have been around for a lot longer than these guys. And like we've had a discussion before, and like you said before, it must be because of how much attention, how many views, how many people look at these people, especially Tim, who is still an avid COD player. And he gets a lot of views and a lot of people subscribe to him and all this other stuff. My only problem is that you give Nick Mercs, someone who hasn't played the game in months and is now an Apex player, over someone like, I don't know, Optic Scump.
The legend, the GOAT.
Someone who's been in the scene way longer and has basically reached God status in the Call of Duty community. And you don't give this man his skin or anything like that? Nothing? What's up with that?
I would like to know y'all's opinions in the comment section if you do follow anything COD related. But because I agree, it's time that we give these skin opportunities to people that are still relevant in the game, not just the popular guy. And again, I understand, we spoke about this in Discord. At the end of the day, Nick Mercs and Tim the Tatman, they have the numbers that any sales agency is looking for. They can reach a wider audience. They're guaranteed going to have people buying those skins the day that they come out. Hell, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna buy Tim's just because I think his voice lines are hilarious and the names of his guns are hilarious.
Yeah, same. I do enjoy that bundle.
Fatty.
Like that's probably gonna be the only bundle I buy because I have not bought any bundles in this game at all.
Because again, we're going back. There's so many problems with the game, especially gun balancing. Like, I know they say that they nerfed the Dragon's Breath rounds for the KV broadside. And guess what? I still take the broadside into shipment, and I destroy with it. And speaking of shipment, Activision, I know you're listening. Not really. Can you please stop taking shipment 24/7 out of the fucking playlist? It's essentially the only playlist that is bearable. Because like,
let's be real. Infinity Ward, your maps suck.
Like, Museum, boring. Himmelmat Expo, boring. Black Gold, absolutely atrocious, absolutely god awful,
horrible.
The Lighthouse map doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's scaled so it's scaled so fucking horribly. You know, you did okay with the Alberon Hatchery, and I mean okay. Just because it does have some long sight lines if you want to do some sniping. Like Mikey and I, we actually it was all of us when we got into that game of Knockout, and we were kind of slaying the enemy team out. But they had a sniper that was kind of cracked. Kinda. I'll give you props, but not too many. I have an ego to upkeep. But so like the maps that we want to play, we never get to play. Like, how many times this has happened to us before? How many times would we leave a lobby and then go back, and it would put us in that same lobby?
Same lobby, and I swear to God, it's always the same map. We can never get the map that we want. Like, out of every maps, I'm okay with Shipment and maybe Dome, depending on the mode for Dome. Because let's be real, people play that way more differently than they did like back in what 2011 I think it was.
2011 area.
Yeah, MW3, because that map used to be like high aggressive gameplay, like people rushing it all over the place. This game, not so much. It depends on the mode. I honestly would prefer Hardpoint out of every mode on that game, on that map, I should say. Yeah, so Hardpoint is the way to go if you want aggressive gameplay. Every other mode is pretty slow. But those are really the only two maps I care for. Every other map, it's either okay, I'll deal with it, or hell no. Some of those bigger maps like Turok are a hell no.
Yeah, I absolutely hate Turok, but I would happily take Turok over the four that I just listed.
Oh yeah, true.
At least with Turok, I can just have fun pulling out a sniper and just long sightlining people. And again, Turok is also the same thing of depending on the game mode. Like, I love a rousing game of domination on Turok. I think that's a bit of all right. But the rest of these maps, again with Black Gold, where it forces you to have to use, well, not forces you can't take the goggles off, but it's next to pitch black in the map. And if you do choose to use the goggles so you can see, you can't ADS properly. You have to use a laser sight. So if you're not used to hip aiming, get ready for that. And then also, the laser gives away your position. It's quite visible. It's fucking annoying.
It's very visible. Might as well be a fucking a flare pointed right at you.
And with the plethora of skins that Activision has been pushing out, where they're next to, if they're not all black, they're just next to, like, just a shade below all black, and you just have people laying down in pitch black spots hiding.
Yeah,
like we thought Rose in Warzone 1 was horrible. Now they made her counterparts.
Many of them.
Many. So on top of the maps that we still want to have adjusted, they introduced 2 new weapons. One of them I kind of think is kind of fun. The other one is just sheer fucking laziness. So we'll start with the sheer lazy one. The GS Manta, also known as the Full Auto Deagle. Thoughts?
Literally all they could have done is add in a different receiver or some sort of attachment for the Deagle and made it full auto. Instead, but nope, they made a whole ass new gun with it.
And my whole ass new gun, they changed the paint to a rustic look, and they went to the coating and switched it from semi to full auto. Lazy. So full auto deagle, you already know what it is. Starts off at 7 rounds. You can increase the ammunition to 10. Just if you're really feeling saucy, or if you really can't land those shots, because that gun is unfucking predictable. And then to boot, once you max level it, and the only good thing, it's only 10 levels, not 20 plus.
I wonder why.
You can akimbo the damn thing.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
I saw a video of a guy at the shooting range with the akimbo digs. I'm sorry, just mentioned. Aiming at the first dummy, the one that's like 10 feet in front of you. Now, you can't ADS with these things. You just have to pull the trigger and hope. All 20 rounds, 10 per gun. Missed.
Nothing, huh? Damn.
Missed. Okay, so that just shows if you really want to rock akimbo, you need to be in there, anus, because you are not going to hit the broadside of a barn.
That's worse than regular deagle akimbo. What the hell?
Uh-huh. And the deagle's fine as it is. Like, let's be real here. If you're going to rock akimbo deags, you're just a bad person, and you really need love and affection and like a hug. And I'll give you a hug.
No, I wouldn't say bad person, because I would give them props, because it's not a really good akimbo choice. It's really unpredictable and really all over the place. I would give you props because you have balls, but who hurt you?
I'm just more surprised and upset at, like, if somebody gets right behind me or directly in front of me, like I'm talking in my actual body cavity region, and then they just pull both triggers. Mm-hmm. The corpse launches I've seen my character models do. Like, I've seen one of them fly out of the map on Shoot House. Shoot House is another map that I'm okay with now. I used to hate it.
But compared to every other map, we like it now.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry I misjudged you. God, you're gorgeous. And not black gold. Oh. But, so, GS Manta, I think it's just a sheer lazy attempt to create, like, I understand people want more guns for some reason, but that was not it. Okay, that was the dumbest thing ever. If you're wanting to grind it for the camo challenges, have fun. Good luck getting long shots with that thing. You're gonna be at it for a while. Only person I know that probably did it in a timely manner is Jeff.
What they could have done is, instead of a full auto D, why not just bring it back a classic? Why not bring back a ballistic knife? That would have been cool.
That would have been very cool.
They already brought back a crossbow. Why not the ballistic knife?
You brought back the crossbow. If we had a ballistic knife, you can bring back sticks and stones. Because that was a fun game mode. And, granted, it's Black Ops 2, but still. Or give us another classic gun from any COD that was that people liked. Like, what if for another? I know we've had like 2 or 3 snipers at this point. Yeah, we had the Victus, the FJX Imperium, and the MSR one, the SPX.
But that's not a weapon they added later. That was at the beginning of the game, when the game first came out.
I know, but I'm saying it's a gun from a previous Call of Duty.
Okay, yeah.
So if we're talking about guns from like a previous Call of Duty, like guns from wow, words. Sorry, audience. I know I'm professional. So another good gun from a previous Call of Duty, a classic Call of Duty, possibly where a lot of people got their start. Shout out to you, Hex. Why don't you bring back the M4, the M40, what is it, the M40A from COD 4?
M40A3 in COD 4, yeah. Yep. That would be cool.
Probably one of the coolest snipers to have, like, when they made COD 4 Remastered. I'm sorry. Infinite Warfare featuring MW Remastered. Bastards. Holding that gun again, it felt so nice. I couldn't do shit with it, but like it felt so good to just hold it again. Like, and then I get laid out by an M16. Shit.
No, that was so fun. I wish that there was still a huge amount of people playing it. Sure, I could technically just get the MWR client for PC that people would just play online servers or whatever, but even those servers are not that populated, sadly.
No, everybody's going back to Plutonium because for some reason the resurgence of trick shotting has come back to where even Carl, a.k.a. King Deskpop, has started streaming on Kick of him going on to Plutonium and just trick shotting.
Yeah, the Black Ops 3 one. Yeah, seen a lot of people play that.
The Jeb was on the MW3 Plutonium where there was like a full auto sniper rifle, and I'm like, that is the most cursed 3 words I've ever heard in my life. Like, holy shit. But again, enough with the semantics. At the end of the day, when it comes to Call of Duty, I want them to actually sit down and address the issues, like actually fix the issues, because you can only keep adding in oh shit, what's the term? You can only add in so many skins before the game is just unplayable but still pretty. Like, thank you for Kevin Durant, but the game still sucks. But that leads to some good news, some hope in the COD community. As of, I want to say like 3 or 4 days ago, the UK took away their strike against the Activision Microsoft merger.
Correction, it was the EU, not the UK.
Oh. Okay, that's even bigger. That's all of Europe.
UK still firmly believes in their stance on blocking it. It's the EU that's like, yeah, sure, we'll give you these rules to go by to make sure that you keep your promise, but I guess the UK is still not convinced.
But that leads to like there's a faint light like at the end of this very distant tunnel that we've been traveling down for the last however long, because slowly but surely Microsoft is starting to win over everybody, and like, not namingly, it's what can you do for us that PlayStation did or didn't do already.
I mean, shit, even China said yeah to it. So literally there's only 2 countries that haven't said yes, the 2 big hurdles, UK and the US.
Yep.
That's basically it. If those guys let it through, then that's it. It's game over.
Because 9 times out of 10, it's just what can you do for us, and i.e. it's we'll give you a shit ton of money, or we'll stream your games on our platform and you can stream our games on your platforms, respectively. And sometimes that's all it takes. And so again, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. It's faint, but it's there. You know, like I have faith that this is coming to an end soon, and hopefully Microsoft comes out on top, because it'd be so nice to actually have a developer that, you know, gives a shit.
We need a publisher to get on Activision's ass and be like, what are you doing? Because at this point, Microsoft is our only hope for the COD community, or the COD franchise in general, because Activision's slowly going to kill it.
Yeah. And they don't care. Like, the game became so... Last bit on it, which actually is a fun little transition. The game got so unbearable for Dravo and I, that we stopped playing COD for about a week, and we hopped back onto Smite, of all things.
Yeah.
For those that know what Smite is. Like, if you don't know Smite, it's worth a shot to check out if you have an Xbox or a PC, because it's free. It's think League of Legends, but not third person bird's eye view. It's just over the shoulder, and you don't have to point and click to move. So it's a pretty solid game if you like tower defenses.
Yeah, MOBAs. That's a good shout. It's a good shout. It's a good game.
And especially if you are a personal fan of the VTubing community, like myself. They just did a crossover mashup collab with the VTubing community, the VTubing company VShojo. For those that know VShojo, big ups to Iron Mouse. We love you, honey. You are a queen. You deserve everything. I just find it hilarious, though, that they released the skins, and 3 of the skins, like the girls' skins, don't work for the company anymore.
Yeah, I think they're just really banking off of their character likeness.
Yep, and it's working because how many games in a row of Arena, outside of playing Assault, where people can just pick their characters, there was guaranteed to be at least one or two people on our team and the enemy teams rocking some form of VrChat character, whether you actually play them or not.
Yeah, it's been successful. People are getting the skins.
Oh yeah, it's working. It is absolutely working. So once again, if you like a fun little MOBA, it's free to play, and everything. One of the few games where, kind of like Warframe, everything can be attained in the game if you just play it long enough. Like the in-game currency, you can stack it in a crew to actually unlock shit. I think the only thing you can't get is voice packs.
Maybe in like those chests you can complete challenges for every once in a while you get a chest, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I got.
I think that's more avatar icons or something like that.
But yeah, Smite MOBA game. You play as different gods and goddesses of different pantheons, from Nordic to Malaysian. There's over 100. There's over 100 gods now, so you'll be going into it with a lot of choice, if you really want to. But also, that's that. Shout out to you, Bishoja. You guys are killing it right now. You guys are absolutely killing it, and congratulations to Henya the Genius for being signed on and picked up. Love you, honey.
Now I want to bring up a not so positive topic.
It's what I'm thinking of.
And the light at the end of that tunnel has been shut off.
Before I know where you're going with this, let's hear from Dubby before we dabble.
Dubby!
We're going to take a short break and hear from our partner, Dubby.gg. Take it away, other me or Mikey. What's going on out there, internet land? It is I, DJ. I'm here. Just want to take a moment to tell you guys, our audience, about our partner Dubby's new flavor, Orange Mango Cream. I had some this morning. It is absolutely delicious. It tastes like an orange creamsicle, and it is by far one of my top favorite flavors that they have in stock right now. And you can pick some up in store right now if you head on over to Dubby.gg and use our code NSE for 10% off your total order at checkout. Just want to drop a quick line. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.
Hey everybody out there on the internet, NoSkill Mike here to invite you personally to our NoSkill Discord server. In the description below, in the link tree, easy access to all the fun, music, and other entertaining things we share and interact with the community on every single day. So hopefully I'll see you there or somewhere out here in this big, wonderful world.
And we're back. Hello. Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed that pretty little ad read. Once again, thank you, Dubby, for hanging out with us. And you are beautiful. You are handsome. And I don't know if you're going to put the other clip in, but join our Discord. It'll be down there. Okay? We're pretty cool over there.
No.
So now, back to what we were saying. You had some bad news. Talk to me nicely.
For all the COD community weeps, I wanted to cry. For 2 years, there was hope. And then, in an instant, it was shut down. SM2 is gone. Activision gave him a good old cease and desist.
Yeah, he was so young.
2 years of non-profit work. They didn't make a dime off of it. They were making a game for COD players, for the COD community, for everyone that just loved the good old, I guess, feeling of COD back in MW2, you know, the good old days. And they killed it.
Yep, Activision. Sorry.
Honestly, a lot of people have said a lot of things, a lot of, I guess, guesses of what could have happened. Here's my take. And I think this has to do with their move to a new engine. Because at first they were going off of the old MW2 engine. But then they ran into some technical difficulties and technical limitations. So they wanted to move to the H1 engine, which was for the MW remastered engine. Or remastered, whatever. But unlike the original MW2 engine. They also announced that players would not have to buy MW2 to play this version of the game on the H1 engine. And I think that personally is where Activision's like, no, we wanted to make money off of this. You can't do that. No more.
That's why Plutonium was able to survive, because you had to actually have a copy of Black Ops 2 or MW3, and then you can download the separate client.
Yeah.
So that way now Activision gets their money.
So my suspicion is that Activision saw that they weren't going to make money off of it, and so they shut it down. That's my take. That's basically how I see Activision, as money grubby fucking goblins. So I don't know. That's my take. I'm sad. I was angry. A lot of people over the COD community were upset with this, and it's just a freaking damn shame. It was 2 years of hope just down the drain.
One pretty little letter to one developer that says, "Hey, stop it, or else."
For those who don't know, SM2 was a non-profit project based off of Call of Duty. It was basically going to be a COD or a player-made Call of Duty. It was going to be kind of like COD Online. If you don't know what that is, it's basically the Call of Duty version that was in China, which was basically a best of in all Call of Duty game. It was basically the best things in every Call of Duty put into one game. Best maps, best guns, best modes, everything. You're fucking I think it was like 40 some maps that they confirmed, and like over 100 guns just on release. They put a lot of work into this game. It was impressive. It looked fantastic. Even on the old MW2 engine, it looked great. And now that's all gone. We almost had the best Call of Duty to ever exist, because they would have even had progression. You would have to earn the guns. You would have to level yourself up. They had already, like, I think it was like 1,000 levels. They had a prestige system. We don't have that shit anymore. But people want it.
They just increased the level cap.
Like, that people want that, but they don't freaking give it to us. They were going to give it to us. Good old prestige system. We've been wanting that since 2019. So now, that's gone. Hopes and dreams died. Shattered. Now, all I'm waiting for is X-Defiant.
If X-Defiant is going to be, again, we don't like to use the term COD killer because nothing will ever be able to kill COD. COD is such a titan that it's put itself up on such a pedestal that it can't be taken down. The only way it can be destroyed is if it destroys itself, which it's kind of quickly doing that.
Yep.
But X-Defiant looks like very promising. But again, as I said, X-Defiant, though fun, we're always going to end up going back to COD. Because at one point, X-Defiant's going to get old because we're going to want more content from them. So unless they start pumping out stuff fast, people are just going to migrate back to COD until something new comes out.
I want to have hope, because Mark Rubin, though he hasn't been in the public eye for a while since he left Infinity Ward after Ghost, I have faith in him because he basically knows what COD players want, and they've basically given it to us already in the beta, and they're improving on it. Shit, unlike Call of Duty, their beta wasn't a month before release. We don't even know when X-Defiant's gonna be released. They just put out a beta, be like, hey, play this, give us all the feedback that you want, give us any ideas of any features you guys would want, and we'll release the game at some point when it's finished. They don't just throw out a beta a month before where they have no time to fix any of the issues in the beta. Instead, they just threw it out, and there's no release date yet. How about that?
I think that's like the best way to do it, though. Like spring an open beta on people and then just be like, hey, so go nuts and tell us what you think of it. This is what we got for right now.
Exactly.
For a beta, they had a weapon progression. They
had ranked in a beta. riddle me that, bitch. What the fuck?
I didn't get ranked until season 1. Oh, sorry, season 2.
And then Warzone ranked a season later.
Which Warzone ranked is actually doing pretty well, because it's nice to actually be people that actually have your same SR, not the gray area known as skill-based matchmaking. That's why I still want to try it out. But X-Defiant looks like it was going to be fun. I also have hope for the game, the finals, because that shit just looks like
that looks epic. I am so excited for that one. Being made by previous Battlefield devs. Oh, the destruction. Everything is destructible. It looks so fun.
Different classes and different weapons you can use per class depending on how you want to play that class. It's like, oh my gosh, did they actually go into this with thought?
It looks like so much fun. I can't wait. I wish I was around for the beta.
And then I just found this one out. Speaking of past devs, so Gun Media, the people that made the Friday the 13th game, are currently trying to do like a closed alpha release of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game.
I heard about that. How's that going so far?
Well, a lot of people are trying to get involved and become a part of it. Jeff being one of them. Shout out to you, Jeff. He wants to be part of it because for those that have watched Jeff and have been a fan of Jeff for a very long time, he used to play Friday the 13th all the time when Friday the 13th was deemed completely unplayable.
Yeah, at its peak, basically.
Team killing, there's bugs everywhere. Jason was overpowered as shit. And then when they started balancing Jason out, and by balance Jason out, they just nerfed him to the fucking ground. And people find out how you can kill him. It's just a lobby of people bullying Jason for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they really didn't get that whole gameplay loop right, did they?
No. You basically just said, hey, we can dominate and bully the killer. You should not be able to do that.
That's why I give Dead by Daylight props, even though sometimes I just don't, or most of the time I don't want to play it, but...
Well, that's different. Where like when it comes to Dead by Daylight, if you know how to snake and escape a killer, it's infuriating to them because they're just trying to kill you, but you're not harassing them. Like these people are just going up to Jason. Somebody's wearing his grandma's sweater. He gets all spazzy, and then people just constantly hit him with baseball bats, then stun lock him again, and then they finally kill him. Like you're speedrunning, killing one of the most notorious fictional killers that rocked the big screen.
Yeah.
Jason was supposed to be terrifying, and now you're making him look like a pussy.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. But now they're doing something that... Well, we also have to remember, I believe that one was crowdfunded. So now I think with them having a little bit of money under their belt, maybe there's hope for this Texas Chainsaw game.
Maybe.
Because when you hear the term Texas Chainsaw, Leatherface, he's awesome. Sounds weird, but he has a chainsaw.
Hey, Bubba.
I like chainsaws. I like chainsaws. I have one, I think. But it's now moving on. Congratulations to Gun Media. I hope Texas Chainsaw goes absolutely well. I really do, because I'll be rooting for you. I'm going to be wanting to play it as well.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Again, it looks promising. It's just if it's the same old, escape the killer route, fine. It's a classic move. It's a classic move. So we'll see how it goes. Real quick, I just want to touch upon this and shout this out. So the DLC characters for the new Mortal Kombat game that people might or might not already know about have been leaked. For any Mortal Kombat fans, I know we partake in the Mortal Combos. We have many tournaments, and I get the crap beat out of me because I believe in the X button, and it's been kind to me. So this might be a weird take, but they leaked the first 6 DLC characters and some of the cameo characters, and I find weird some of the cameo characters are also main stage characters. Like Johnny Cage, he's an actual playable character, but he's also cameo characters. How are you going to have Johnny Cage cameo Johnny Cage?
Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know. I'm very iffy because Adrian even pointed this out. This is the first time Mortal Kombat's going to be doing the whole cameo character thing, because they've always stayed away from that. I'm just I don't know. It's gonna be a little weird. I'll give it that. It's gonna be weird seeing Mortal Kombat have cameo characters, and you can already tell that people are gonna be looking for the best like meta combo. Like, what character goes best with this cameo fighter? You know, there's already gonna be whole meta talks about that.
Oh, 100%. And then again, this is the shit part about being a gamer in the gaming space, is like most gamers nowadays are just like, what's the meta build? What's the meta combo? What's the meta insert thing here? What's the best thing for me to use so that way I don't have to get good at the game or actually try? Hence why I don't like where COD's going with, as much as people love it, but that's why I hate meta loadouts in Call of Duty. Because then you nerf one gun, make another one the meta, nerf that one, make the other one the meta, to where no gun is usable and the game is literally unplayable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Mortal Kombat, I like Mortal Kombat, you like Mortal Kombat. Now I'm going to read out the 6 characters that have just been leaked that are going to be in DLC, which I find weird. 3 of them I find really weird.
All right, let's hear it.
Because they used to be playable characters. So the 3 that I find weird are Quan Chi, Ermac, and Takeda.
Ermac is a DLC character? What?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be a bit. That's weird.
Quan Chi, Ermac, and Takeda were playable characters in MKX. How are you going to make playable characters of old now DLC?
I think
Takeda, he's the dude with the metal whips.
I think Ermac has been a playable character in pretty much most Mortal Kombat that he was in.
Since at least MK, I think he was in MK2. Yeah, because he was the guy in red.
Yeah. The red ninja.
Because there was Reptile in green, Subby in blue, Scorpion in yellow, and then Ermac in red. So he's been around since like MK, like the beginning.
Yeah, and they're making him a freaking DLC character.
The fuck. But then the 3 DLC characters that I think are kind of fun, which I hope they incorporate more people like this, because I do enjoy when they would incorporate like some of the most outlandish characters. Like in MK11, they had the Terminator and RoboCop. MK10, they had Predator and the Xenomorph alien, Jason, Leatherface. These guys, for people that actually watch real TV, Homelander, the guy from The Boys, Peacemaker, the John Cena character, and Omni-Man, the anime Strong Daddy.
I'm kind of, on one hand, I can't wait to just rip off John Cena's face. On the other hand, these characters are weird. Homelander?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And I knew about Peacemaker, but I never seen one episode. I just knew about it. What the fuck?
I just can't stand John Cena anymore, dude. He's been shoved down my throat for the last like fucking 15 years, and I can't deal with him anymore.
Yeah,
and
I was never a WWE guy, so I don't feel the same. But I just don't like the guy.
It's just when he took it, like way more from being like the WWE guy to how The Rock is now. I'm in everything. Like, they put me in every single movie. I cameo in all these shows. I'm going on to all these news shows and talk show networks and all this other stuff. And I'm like...
But there's a difference. The Rock is at least likable.
Even I'm starting to get a little fed up with seeing him everywhere. But, like with John Cena, I recently just saw him in the newest Fast and Furious movie, the last one. I'm not going to spoil anything.
He's in that one? Oh, God.
Yeah, he's in that one. Oh, I'm not going to spoil anything, but something happens. So, I'll give you this much of a spoiler. In the Fast and Furious 10, there's cars. Anyway,
I couldn't have guessed that.
I know. I'm just, dude, I have a bag of mystery. Oh my god. But so I guess you could say I'm not surprised that John Cena's in this, but I am surprised at the fact that, hey, he's in a video game now. It's not some TV show. Granted, like you said, I can't wait to kick the lips off his mouth and throw his body everywhere. But kind of innovative. They went with TV show characters as playable characters, and then Omni-Man's just kind of there.
Aren't they both Amazon TV shows?
Yes.
Yeah, so they definitely didn't hit up Amazon and be like, hey, can we have this?
You know, they had to pay out the nose to do that, but it's NetherRealm backed by Warner Bros. And Warner Bros. Has money.
They got the change, dog.
Like, if they dropped $1,000, it wouldn't be worth them the 3 seconds for them to bend down and pick it up. The same thing that they say about Bill Gates. But, and Phil Spence. Hi, Daddy. But, yeah, so those characters are coming out. I'm actually looking forward to this Mortal Kombat. I know I didn't play too much MK11 because, not for none, the MK11 storyline, our gameplay was just kind of dry for me.
The gameplay lasted a couple weeks with me, especially when I was maining noob, but after a while I got bored real quickly. Unlike MK10, where it was still fun. Shit, we even went back and played MK10 a couple times.
Like, just going into fucking random King of the Hill lobbies just to see who's the sweat lord and who knows how to press the X button. This guy. But that's what made it fun. And then, honestly, the story mode was even kind of droll and boring. Like, the story itself was cool. The fights were easy until you got to the last level, which was with that elemental lady, and she just kicked my ass to where I'm like, will I have to lower the difficulty? I really hope I don't have to lower the difficulty because I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna lower the difficulty. I have to.
Liu Kang became a god.
What?
I was like, Liu Kang became a god.
I played Ozyrus Wrath. I can take down a god. For those who know Ozyrus Wrath, you are old as shit, and I love you.
Shout out to Liu Kang mans. There's gonna be a lot more of you now.
Where's the Kung Lao crew? Am I the only person that likes Kung Lao? I
like Kung Lao.
Because everybody's just like, Team Liu Kang, Team Sub-Zero, Team Scorpion, Sonya Cage is hot. Where's Kung Lao? Okay? You're handsome. You got a razor blade for a hat. You actually, this makes me wonder. Do you think if he tried, do you think he could shave with that hat?
Yeah. I think he
can.
I
wonder if he has. Y'all let me know down below, like, if you think Kung Lao has ever shaved with the edge of his hat. Because that'd be kind of cool. I want to see that. My brain is amazing.
My only thing is, my favorite character to play is not going to be in this one again, because it's technically in the past, but also new timeline. I don't know. Noob Saiba is my main of choice, my main guy, but he's not going to be in this one, I imagine.
Now, he might make an appearance as a DLC character, because if for some reason you can bring back Quan Chi and Takeda and Ermac as DLC characters, people that have been in the franchise before, especially Ermac, bastards, we could potentially see Noob Saibot again.
Maybe.
I would love to see what they did in MK10, where they made what was it, like Smoke, Cyrax, and one other character formed into one playable character.
Triborg, was it?
Yeah, Triborg.
Yeah, Sector, Cyrax, and Smoke.
What a combination. But he did look cool.
Yeah, he did look cool. That's another character I used to play a lot of, Smoke. That guy.
I play a lot of whatever the random button landed on.
Yeah, we did a lot of that.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm never going to learn combos. I'm a button masher to the core. It's like, I've been pressing the X button for a little while. We'll switch to the Y button. Nah, back to the X. Let's throw in a couple low kicks. And back to the X. Let me throw you one time. Now back to the X. Oh, hold. Throw in. throw in the circle. I'm sorry, I'm using PlayStation buttons. So now throw in some B button. Now back to the X.
I'm pretty sure the X is fine because on Xbox that is the light attack.
Yep, that's all I press. And if you try to just block me in my barrage of punches, I'll grab you. I'll grab you good. That sounded weird. Yeah. I'll use the grab ability to break your guard and throw you somewhere. I do it to him all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh yeah, it's great. Everybody hates it when I do it to them though, and I'm like, yeah, I love it.
What's our time?
I was about to say we are at 45 minutes. I think that is perfectly fine to call it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for hanging out with us today. Real quick, as we like to do, final closing statements and thoughts. Brandon.
Activision, please release your cease and desist. You're a bunch of bastards. I miss you, SM2.
And then final closing thoughts from me. Try Smite. If you're sick of Call of Duty, jump on Smite. We gotta play something until X Defiance and the finals come out. So yeah, jump on Smite. Maybe we'll see you in the battleground of the gods. And if you pick Bologna, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you because I hate her so much. She's so mean to me.
Hey, I mean her. The fuck. I need to play more.
So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I'd just like to know, just a little bit of a heads up, that down below there's some buttons in the comment section, and I highly suggest you do whatever you want to with them. Last note, I just remembered this. Join the Discord. Please. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.